Good morning, Dr. Gage. This is Adriana with Biology 192, and I'm going to be doing my presentation today on the renal system. I do want to apologize. I'm going to move my camera here. If you hear groaning, somebody wanted to help me. So I do apologize for that. She would not leave me alone if I didn't do this. So with that being said, let's get into the renal system. And right now we're looking at the nephron. And so the nephron is what helps filter out our urine and moves everything in and out. So blood comes in from the kidneys through the afferent arterial, which comes in, and then right here, this is the glomerulus, and that is where all the glomerular filtration takes place. I'll get that into the filtration system a little bit further on. The glomerulus is encapsulated in the Bowman's capsule, and then that moves down into the proximal tubule, which is the biggest part of the nephron system, and it's the most jangled. And then that goes down into the descending limb of the nephron loop, which is right here. Comes up to the ascending limb, which moves into the distal tubule, and then it moves into what is known as the collecting duct, and that's where your all of our urine is going to be stored. So with that, the general structure of the nephron. This is where, so we got, like I said, the glomerular filtration starts right here. So blood comes into the system and it's all filtered out. Anything that is good, clean blood gets moved back into the efferent arterial, which then moves into the the pretubular vein, or no, not vein, I'm sorry, the capillaries, the pretubular capillaries, which then moves into the rest of the blood system. So if it's clean, it goes this way. But the filtration comes in through here. And if there's anything that's like the good stuff that our body needs, so water, anything like that, it is, if our body needs it, is the tubular reabsorption, which releases the good stuff back that we need into the blood system. And then if there's anything that, is waste in our tubular secretion, so that would include calcium, hydrogen, things like that, that's all waste. It comes back, it gets secreted back into the tubular system, so that gets moved along. And then again, reabsorption does happen right here at the descending loop. It gets resecreted reabsorbed right here. So if there's anything good that our body needs, it gets filtered out, and then it moves on up into the sorry with my pronunciation this morning, the distal tubes. And again, reabsorption happens here with anything like calcium or hydrogen, or water, it gets released back into the system. And one final time, if anything is waste that has been passed through the filtration, gets resecreted back into the tube. And then anything that we don't need gets put into the collecting duct right in this area here, which then is moved through the different parts of the body to be eliminated via urine. Some factors that do take place in whether our bodies need it or not would really depend on our overall health of the body, including if we are hydrated or not. So if we are overly hydrated, our body is not going to reabsorb more water. It's just going to move it on to the the collecting duct to be removed from the body. If we are dehydrated, that is another issue, then we are not going to, in this part right here in the proximal tubule, we are not going to reabsorb any more water. It is going to be secreted. Or we're not going to secrete it. We're going to reabsorb it. Our bodies need it, so it's going to be released back into the blood system, so that way it can make its way through our whole body, because water is essential. And so, yeah, that was my presentation, sir. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.